New Delhi Tour ISKCON by chance May, or 2024.
I would stay in New Delhi for 5 days. I met an old tuk-tuk driver and went for a day trip with him. He took me around the city to see the sights. He seemed to be a very honest guy and was a passionate tour guide, and he told me that showing me the sights was more important than what I was going to pay him. He said he was a Hindu and wanted to treat well, and to take me to see some temples in the city. He and I had an immediate and deep affinity. It was as if we had been friends for a long time. He drove around almost the entire city. After the tour, I paid him and said goodbye, and went to the hotel without asking for his WhatsApp. On my 4th day in New Delhi, I was dying to leave. It seemed like I had seen everything interesting and I had run out of with the guys following me on the streets, insisting on selling me stuffs or trying to scam me. I stayed all Sunday at the hotel in the city center, and my flight was leaving at dawn on Tuesday. When I was talking to my daughter on WhatsApp on Sunday, she asked for the tuk-tuk driver's WhatsApp number because she wants to visit New Delhi next year and wanted a reliable guide, but I told her that I hadn't gotten his WhatsApp number. On Monday, I went to the airport at noon, since my flight was leaving at dawn. My intention was to get a VIP lounge and stay there eating and drinking until 10 o'clock. But to my surprise, I couldn't enter the airport because that airport only allows people to enter at least 3 hours before their flight. And there is no waiting room. You are literally on the street at the mercy of scammers. So I decided to go to another hotel in a neighborhood considered to be upscale in the city and not too far from the airport, where I saw on YouTube that there were few scammers and also few tourists. Something told me to go to that place. I thought that intuition was leading me to something different, something new and good, and I went. I arrived at the hotel and left my bags and soon went out to look for a restaurant. It was around 2 in the afternoon. As soon as I left the hotel and went out onto the street, guess who I met walking by? Yes, it was the same tuk-tuk driver. New Delhi has a population of 33 million. We saw each other, and he came up to me and we hugged, and he said that it could not be by chance, that he had forgotten to take me to a temple. So I asked him if he had WhatsApp. He said he did, but didn't know how to use it, that his daughter sometimes helped him with it. +91 99117 0910. Then he took me to the temple called ISKCON, https www.iskcon.org, which by chance was close to the new hotel where I was staying and where I met the driver again. was a big temple. There were a lot of people there. He told me to go in and that he would wait for me outside in the tuk-tuk. The temple courtyard was large, and there was a central courtyard where devotees gathered with great reverence. There was a small supermarket there with sweets and foods that looked tasty. I bought some sweets and ate them. Later they told me that those foods in that supermarket were not to be eaten, but rather offered to the entity that was there in the temple. When I was approaching the central part where the devotees were gathered, I had a kind of altered state of consciousness, and as if there was a parallel world where we usually live, and I could glimpse the other parallel world where these spiritual entities are. And I saw, with parallel eyes, that the image of the entity that the devotees revered was alive, and that it was very happy that I was there, and that he had brought me there, and he said to me, smiling, "You are not going to leave India without visiting me first, are you?" I went from New Delhi to Athens, and there I stayed for hours in the ruins of Aristotle's Lyceum. I thought about what had happened, and I understood belatedly, despite so many messages that I pretend didn't happen, that some entities want me to say something using philosophy, what I learned studying it. They want me to write or show something more precise than what I wrote in my last book, Poetry of the Unspeakable. It was something that I still don't know exactly what it is, but I have glimpses of it. Then I took a flight from Athens to São Paulo, Brazil. From there, I went to Florianopolis City. I stayed at a hostel randomly located in the center of Florianopolis. It is a very nice city, very beautiful and safe. I was standing in front of the hostel and I smelled the same incense that I smelled at the ISKCON temple. I thought it was my imagination, but it was a real smell. Across the narrow street right in front was an ISKCON Hindu center.